Hi, I have to be honest with you here. This is a video I thought I'd never get done. From the beginning, it was just all over the place. My camera was jumping, the composition just wasn't right, I couldn't get these pedals right, nothing was working. And I kept thinking, is this going to be good enough? Am I going to be able to get this done? In full disclosure, I actually did a completely separate painting too, thinking I was going to scrap this one. And in the end, that was somehow even worse. I don't know how. I don't know what was going on. And I started thinking about the lore of the poppy and about how we know poppies, or the first thing we typically think of with poppies is for Remembrance Day. And the reason why we do that is not only because of the poem in Flanders Fields, but the reason why the poppy was used in that poem was because poppies grow from unsettled ground, from unsettled soil. And what would happen is the ground that the soldiers were set to rest in was unsettled, and poppies would grow for rows upon rows, as the poem goes. And there's something in that. It kept sticking in my head. And as I was doing these multiple glazes, trying to get the right color that I wanted for these flowers, it kept sticking in me. And I would do another glaze, and I would do another shadow, and I would be doing all of these things, and they'd be right. I've done these things before. They work. The brush was perfectly fine. The paper, it's okay. It's sketchbook. But it can do perfectly fine. And I would let it dry, and the paint would be dull, and I'd be ready to stop. And I'd think, no, you can't do that. You need to keep going. You want to make this channel better. You want to grow this. You know you can do this. And I would do yet another glaze, yet another petal, yet another try. And I think, okay, well, let's go to the leaves. Let's do the leaves now. Maybe the petals will be better. I'll go back. And they were the same. And I'd try a different tone of red. And I'd end up needing to go back and take some of that paint off. Now it was too much. Now I'd lost that glow that happens when you just figure it out. And I do another glaze. And I kept coming back to how there has to be something in this image, in this poppy. I could just feel it. There was a meaning to this that just made sense for what was going on. So I thought, okay, let's try something else. Let's highlight that everything's not okay, so that I could figure it out, so I could push through. And that's when I started thinking about how the images I was looking at with these poppies that were right in front of me, the stems kind of reminded me of a wand, of wands, of the wands that are used in images for tarot cards. So I was like, oh, maybe that's where I need to go with this. Maybe there's something in there. And I got out the gold and I highlighted the issues. I looked at my world of this poppy right now, and I didn't run from it. I had to make it better. I had to figure this out. I had to be adamant that what I had was workable. And that's what I had to do, was to work through it. And so I decided to make it a tarot card. And even in doing that, I made a mess. The ink got everywhere. And I was just, what is going on? Like, what is going on? So I had my coffee, took a deep breath, and thought, no, we're gonna do this. Even the pen didn't work. I mean, come on. But I was like, nope, that's the tarot card, the 5 of Wands. And when I looked up the 5 of Wands, it turns out that it's a symbol, it's a card of conflict and of aggression and of figuring it out. It's a card of clashes of ego, of arguments, of competition, of tension, of rivals. And I thought, yeah, this is definitely not only what this painting feels like right now, but kind of the world in general. And how the poppy is a great symbol for what not only this day of Remembrance Day represents, but a lot of what the world is going through right now. Of that conflict, of that rebirth, of needing that time of rest and of dreams so that you can come back more whole, revitalized, and ready to grow and to do more and to fight. And that was it. I had my finished piece.